I'm gonna be all the way real with you guys. I don't know who the hell Mooney Long is, and to be honest, if I have not seen the story, I still would not know who that is. I've not been keeping up with music for a few years at this point, especially mainstream music. I just haven't been real interested, except for maybe a GNX Kendrick's album. Besides that, I've been actively listening. I'd rather dip into my old school, my Bee Gees and such and such. So that being said, there's an interesting story that came about this chick, and I had to bring it up because it addresses some of these social issues that we are currently, how do I say, looking to eradicate, right? And this one more specifically about racism. Now, I'm in the belief that racism works both ways or always. There is no one subsect of people, one demographic of people that is immune to being racist. I believe that black folk can be, and sometimes even are, more racist than most because they get to get away with it, right? If I can be racist to you and call it something other than racism, then that allows me basically the leeway to get away with anything. And so that being said, I want to get into the story about a songwriter by the name of Mooney Long, who I guess has one of the biggest records out right now. And she was asked by her label to write some soulful hit records for her what TMZ called melanin deficient counterparts. And when I hear stuff like that, I always think to myself, what would the reverse look like, and what would be the reaction to such things? They said, oh, these melanin heavy, these heavily melanated peoples, there would be outrage in the streets today. But because it's white folks who are the target, it's okay. It's not racism. It's racism is systemic. And so therefore you can't be racist to a white person because they own everything. Okay. Settle down. So anyway, she basically says how she will not write for Whitey, right? She used that exact word. And obviously publicizing this because it's always used as an opportunity to virtue signal. So it's not enough that you did it behind closed doors, but you had to tell everybody why you did it and what you're standing for. You got to take the proverbial knee and display to everybody, right? Wear the mask, post vid in order to show the world that you are just so, you are so woke. You are woke. You are woke 3x. So that being said, let's get into the story, and I'm gonna give the rest of my 2 cents. All right. So Mooney Long airs out a time was she okay? Okay. Mooney Long airs out a time she was asked to write soulful music for non-black artists. Mooney Long keeps her music gold in the vault. On Thursday, the 36-year-old R&B singer born Priscilla Hamilton revealed her feelings around being asked to write soulful music for non-melanated artists. And I'm certain that that wasn't the words that was used by the executive or whoever it is, the A&R, whoever it may have been that asked for this. They probably just said, hey, can you write some soulful records for these artists, artist names? And she's like, oh, they're white. Yeah, that's how the woke brain operates. With very, very little logic. I call it constipation of logical apparatuses in the brain. They are constipated in the space of logic. In a video uploaded to Instagram that featured the narration of rapper Boosie Bad Hello Boosie, declared no. The Made for Me addresses, who is this? The Made for Me, I think that's her song, addresses a time she had to tell the president of Atlantic Records no. Ooh. So your white boss, who you take a check from all the time, I get to tell him no, I'm not gonna work with white artists. I'm not gonna put no money in a white artist's pocket. But yet you're getting your check cut by a white executive at Atlantic Records. Okay. Booty. Boosie's narration begins with him exclaiming F no as Mooney Long mouths along to him, adding, and I'ma stand on that, and they get in my DMs. You can get in my DMs every day, all day. Okay, this is just some just typical ratchet behaviors. When I say no one of them gonna say, man, I'm sorry. It is so difficult to read in Ebonics. It's one thing to speak it, but when you're reading it, it is perplexing. So when I say no one of em gonna say, you can reach in that Priscilla Rena vault and see that you have in there. What? She begins in the post. I'm going to have to translate a lot of this for you guys because I am doing this in real time, right? I haven't read this specific article. I read others, and then this one seemed, in the first kind of few sentences, seemed to be the most robust one and maybe neutral. Because the others was like, yes, boss girl, boss girl, boss girl. You know what I mean? Black magic, all that type of stuff. So here we go. Boy, do you know what a vault is? Okay, so I guess she's basically saying, like, I have this vault, which is, my treasure trove of my music. And so now she's addressing that. She says, boy, do you know what a vault is? That's where you keep the valuables. If you don't get somewhere and sit down, she continues, I wanted to cuss them out so bad, y'all. Okay, so they're asking, can you please write us some music that you're going to get royalties from? You're going to be paid for the rest of your life if these records take off. And she's basically making a statement to say, oh, I cussed them out. Yeah, they don't want to see me. Oh, no. Do you even know what a vault is? I got valuables in there. I ain't finna dip in there. And then she's going to be crying racism once she gets dropped by the label when she is no longer a relevant artist, when she could have become a hit maker behind the pen. Like, Quincy Jones, a man who wrote multitudes of the biggest hits and was able to leave his children, I think, like $100 million each or something. And he has a lot of kids. Gaddafi, he got a lot of kids that he left behind. And all of them have millions upon millions of dollars he left, all through the music that he wrote for black and white artists. And some of the artists were white and black, throughout one lifetime. Like Michael Jackson, started black, ended white. Like, this man was open to it all. Allegedly open to it all, if you know what I mean. So, what else she says? Long first entered the music scene in 2009 with her first solo album, Jukebox, released under her real name through Capitol Records. Now, in partnership with her label, Supergiant Records, she is currently signed with Def Jam, a Universal Music Group label. Meanwhile, according to TMZ, Atlantic parent company Warner Brother Music, there's basically three major labels, right? UMG, Warner Brother, and Sony. So, appears to be focused on external talent as the company restructures. Yeah, of course, they focus on external talent because this is what you're getting from these damn in-house talent. They don't want to do no damn thing if it's for whitey. Okay. Long's list of songs written for non-black artists throughout her career include Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, Madonna, and Kelly Clarkson. So, Madonna likes to consider herself a black woman. Maybe that's why she said yes. But again, I think it was just a statement to be made because she did end up writing for Madonna and Kelly Clarkson, right? And I presume this woman writes good music. This ain't about whether she's good or not. It's to say, why allow such petty things to get in the way of your bag just to make a statement? It would be one thing if it was behind closed doors and it wasn't to, oh yeah, I told them, I stood up to them. If it was just something that happened behind closed doors and, you didn't stand for that, that's one thing. And also you're showing now that there's a level of hypocrisy here because you're willing to write for somebody, a few somebodies here. Ariana she's Italian, I believe. I mean, her complexion changes throughout time, but Italian. Selena Gomez, I'm assuming, is Hispanic. I know Selena. I just, I don't know too much about her background. So anyway, let me finish this off and then I'll wrap it up. Last year, Long also won the Grammy for the Best R&B Performance with her song Hours and Hours, or is it HRS and HRS? I don't know what that is. Since she posted the tongue-in-cheek video, many of her peers in the music industry have expressed their support. Yep, because, Hollywood is woke as hell. For the sentiment, okay, because knock it out, SZA wrote. SZA, who 50% of her audience is 16-year-old white girls. That's who's buying them tickets. Look, guys, I get it. I completely get it. There's a lot of disgruntled individuals in this generation, more so than any time I think in modern history. Because I've had the opportunity to speak to countless OGs, older folks who were born pre-1960s. And what I hear time and time again when I ask this question of like, what was it like growing up back then, et cetera, and I even ask in reference to race, a lot of them have told me that it's never been this bad, or I've never seen race relations this bad before. And now this modern generation, this new generation would think to themselves, yeah, because racism has gotten worse. No, it's because the propaganda has gotten significantly worse. People are profiting as race hustlers, and their people are creating their entire identities on being allies, etc. That's this woke ideology, this Marxist or neo-Marxist sort of way of being where you connect yourself to the quote-unquote oppressed group. So we need an oppressed and we need an oppressor. Who's the oppressor? The white man. Okay, the white man. And who's the oppressed? Basically everybody else. Okay, perfect. And then we rank you in a hierarchy, which is the very thing they're trying to avoid in the first place, right? Get rid of hierarchies. Well, guess what? You have a hierarchy. It's the black cookie loving, you know what I mean? Cooch loving, transformer who has some of these other and they're like at the top of the hierarchy, right? They are the epitome of oppressed, and so their voice is echoed throughout the universe as, far more significant than, just being a woman. You know what I mean? That used to get you some brownie points. I mean, even me as a young black man back in the day, in the Victim Olympics, I would have placed. I would have got at least bronze. Nowadays, I cannot compete. I would have to chop my joint off in order for me to get back onto that podium to at least get me a bronze or a silver, right? It's got hyper competitive as far as getting to the top of that oppressed hierarchy. And so that's what we see here. People continue to virtue signal. They use every opportunity to show, those who have the same ideology as them, who unfortunately are quite a... Hope that didn't break up the sound. They show or they display just how woke they are, i.e. how in tune they are with the ideology, how devoted they are to this new religion that is wokeness or wokeism. And then the rest of us sit here over here confused, like, what the hell are you doing? You just said no to, huh? White folks have been singing soulful records forever. I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love. No, y'all can't sing that. Y'all can't. That's our music, huh? Somebody in my comments on my TikTok, they said, well, they stole our music. And I said, I understand like what you mean as far as, copyrights and things of that nature. But when you talk about stylistically, everything in culture is a duplicate or a replication of something else. That's how artistry works. You hear artists and you create something new. So then you have to look at every other black artist who took from another black artist, right? They took a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, or took a whole lot of that. Took the entire style. We have black artists who sound like the white artists sound like black. If you go to country and you see black folk in there, inspired by a lineage of white folks. If you see white folks in R&B, etc., inspired by black folks. Why does it matter? Why are you so pressed on this issue? Seriously, why are you so pressed on this issue? Why can you not accept that you live in a day and age where you have it better than all of our ancestors, all of them? Disproportionate opportunity in this generation, and yet we choose this generation to complain the most. It is mind-boggling, mind-blowing. Times have never been better in human history, not just in race relations, in every respect of life. And this is where people choose to cry victim. Look, give me the damn job. I'll write them damn songs. I don't give a damn what you look. I don't give a damn if you're green, if you are a Martian. If you got it, you got it. I'm going to write you a record. If I believe in you as an artist, I'll write you a damn album. Simple as that. Otherwise, these folks are going to start going to AI. Simple. Say, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, don't write for Whitey. We got somebody for Whitey called AI. And I don't even believe in, using AI and things of that nature, especially when it comes to creative work. But mark my words, y'all keep protesting and taking the knee. Okay. I bet you they start getting NBA players from everywhere else besides America. Y'all keep using it as a platform to be political. Okay. 5 of the top 10 players are already European anywhere in the NBA. Why not? Africa, y'all ready, right? Y'all ready? Okay, we got NBA Africa. Yeah, okay. We gonna get y'all over here. Don't worry. No, they're cool. American players are cool. They're taking a knee right now. They're tweeting. They're too busy tweeting right now. But I digress. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Till the next time. Peace.
I used to be afraid of the dark, place unknown like a heart in their heart. I used to see my life in the bar. Now the kids unchained, every shackle is lost. 2 steps in the moonlight, 2 step in the daytime. You just know when it feel right. You got a feeling the time's not. See you through those shades that I just threw on. Through my lenses, you just can't do no wrong. I fell in love with myself again. I fell in love with myself. I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon.